Hello again. Thank you for joining me for another Friday Sews. I'm Nicky and this is Sew&Snip, and you're joining me here today in my sewing space for a very quick catch up. I can't believe the week has gone past again already, and I haven't really got that much to show or tell you about, but I thought I'd just pop on quickly just to say hi and let you know what I have been doing. So last week when I did my Friday sews, I think I said I was had some bridesmaid dresses to shorten and some alterations to do. I've now finished them, so they're being delivered back tomorrow. So I've got them out the way. I have done a little bit of extra sewing as well as that. I think I talked about it last week. It's the Mix It Up Tea Challenge. Sorry if I'm looking away, but I've got my laptop here. By My Handmade Wardrobe, and it's an Facebook challenge, but you also see it on Instagram as well. And what she's done is she's done this t-shirt challenge introducing the weekend sewing group or sewing club that she's going to start. So it's like a little taster. I think it's too late now to sign up for it for this one, but obviously you may be able to go and have a look at the sewing group and see whether that's something you might like to try out. It's been great. There's been daily emails, there's been live sessions via Facebook, and on Saturday they're going to do a Zoom call where you could sew along and make the t-shirt at the same time with chatting to other people. I won't be doing that on Saturday because I'm babysitting, so I thought I'd get my t-shirt already done and sorted. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. So as I said, it's the Mix It Up tee, and it's a free pattern that's available on her website as part of the group. So you've got the yoke and the body. It's a grown-on sleeve with a neckband, and you can have these as I've put them as a turn-back cuff, but you could have the bands as just a little arm finishing. So yeah, really nice pattern, very quick to do. And what I liked about it is the fact that you could do this in a woven fabric rather than a jersey. So it's great for using up little pieces that you've got left over. Now, if you watched last week, you'll know that I made a t-shirt with this fabric here. I did the ruched back t-shirt. So I had just enough left over to cut out the yoke for the front and back of this t-shirt and the bands. And then I've paired it with this viscose jersey, which was actually upcycled from another garment. I had a one shoulder sort of t-shirty style dress in this fabric, and it was nice, but it was a little bit tight on this top bit, so I put it in the pile to upcycle into something else. But it's quite a fine viscose jersey that does crease when you sit in it. So for the dress, it wasn't ideal because as soon as you'd sat down, it was all crumpled. So I thought I'd recycle it for a t-shirt. So it was ideal for this. So yeah, so that's quite lightweight and nice and drapey. So hopefully I'll get some photos taken before I put this video up and you can see this one on me. But yeah, so nice speedy make. It's definitely a pattern I will make again. And I'm actually thinking that I might be able to do it in an all woven fabric with just a stretch fabric for the neckband and possibly the sleeve cuffs, although none of them need to be stretched to get on. I did go for that. I was between sizes, so I did size up, although there was plenty of ease in it, because I just wanted something loose and lightweight, because I'm a bit short on plainer t-shirts. And I thought, well, even though this has got the spots, it would go onto the sort of plainer side of things. So yeah, so that was the only other item apart from the alterations that I've done this week. I haven't bought anything, so there hasn't been any purchases, but I did get a delivery. Well, I've got two deliveries. just remembered I didn't take this one down. Now, first of all, this lovely fabric arrived. Now, this is from Minerva. It's one of their exclusives. Let me see what they call it. It's one of their exclusive print-on-demand fabrics. It's an ombre gradient cotton lawn, and this is the kelp forest colour. So as you see, it goes from a green down to a blue across the width of the fabric. It's really lovely and soft, and it's got a sort of a bit of a sheen to it, but yeah, really soft cotton lawn. So I think that would be lovely for something summery, maybe a long shirt dress. I think it could be quite simple lines, but with the changing colour, I think that would be lovely for something that's sort of quite long length. So yeah, so that came. So I've got 3 meters of that one. So I'm not really sure what to make with it, but I'm determined to get that in the wash and get that sewn up as soon as possible. And the other fabric I arrived this week, sorry for the crinkling, but I've just realised this is still in the bag, was in the Sew Skin Summer Challenge. I was lucky enough to win a voucher. So I won a voucher from What Vicky Made. So I thought I'd order some fabric from her website. I hadn't ordered anything from her before. I followed her on Instagram because I watched her on the Sewing Bee. And so I've seen the fabric she's done and the haberdashery that's on her site, but I hadn't actually made an order as yet. So this was an ideal time with my £20 voucher. So it will come all wrapped up with a little sticker on there and a nice little handwritten message from Vicky. And I have been chatting to her on Instagram as well. We've been talking. She's busy making things for Glastonbury this year. She's going. And I was saying we'd been to Glastonbury a couple of times, and I'd made little matching t-shirts for me and my friend that we went with. So yeah, I've been having a nice chat. But this is the fabric that I decided to buy. I just loved with this one. It's all the heads with the flower garlands on, with the long hair. And I thought, being a hairdresser, having something with hair related, and obviously Gent there with his beard, and yeah, I just thought that was really sweet. So I've ordered 1.5 meters of this one. Really nice feeling cotton. Originally I thought a Donny in this, but because I've ordered the 1.5 meters, obviously I've got a bit more than what I would normally need to make a Donny. So again, it might be another shirt, blouse. I don't think I'd use it for a little dress or anything. I think it would definitely be a top. But yes, so that's arrived this week as well. So yes, so that's everything that's come into my sewing room this week. As I said, it's been a week of not much sewing related things. I had my daughter's Labrador here last weekend, so we did lots of walking over the weekend, and I was in and out with him when I wasn't working. So yeah, so that's sort of half the week, or half of my sewing time of the week since last Friday that's been used up with other things. This weekend I'm babysitting, and then we'll have my other daughter's dog for a day. So then hopefully I'll get a little bit done this weekend. But yes, I'm not sure what will be next. It might be my Sew Fruity, because I've got to do my vlog for that for next week. So it could be that's the next thing on the list anyway. But yeah, so that's all I've been making and all that's come in. Having a very interesting chat this morning. I met a lady that lives in the village that does sewing as well. So that was nice. We've had an hour or so talking sewing related things, because I mentioned on our village Facebook page that I was thinking of setting up a sewing social, and was anybody interested? And she said she'd had the same thought a number of times, and perhaps so we met up and had a chat about it. So hopefully there is something will happen. We may keep it quite small because it depends on we've got a variety of different places we could hold it in the village. We've got a village hall, we've got another old building which is to do with the church, so it could be held in their community room. But that's an old building, so it's a little bit dark. The village hall might be a little bit big. So yeah, we're sort of looking at a few different options of what we might be able to do. So if you run a sewing group, or you go to a sewing group, and there's any good tips that you can think about the sewing group that you are connected to, please let me know in the comments. We've got to the stage at the moment where I think I'm going to have to look at quotes for insurance and things that I need to buy to set it up. So yes, if you've got any input you'd like to give me for that, please put it in the comments and they'll all be gratefully received. But yeah, as I said, a quick catch up today. I hope you're all well. I hope you've been managing to get some sewing done. Don't forget that my 10% discount voucher or discount code for Minerva runs to the end of this month. So you've got another couple of weeks yet. And I will put that again in the notes if you didn't pick it up on previous vlogs. So you too could be getting a chance to order some fabric like this. And that's it for today. I shall hopefully catch up with you again next week, and hopefully I'll have done a bit more by then. Bye for now.